Hello, welcome everybody. This is LER 409. This is a course in leadership development. My name is Dr. Kayla Fulmer, and I am delighted to be your instructor for this summer session class. I wanted to create this short video just to introduce myself to you all, introduce the course to you, kind of give you a preview of what you can expect throughout the summer semester, and then give you a jump start on your first assignments and how to get started in this class. We don't get any opportunity, right, for face-to-face interaction because this is a completely online class. But I don't want to be anonymous to you all either. So I thought this video is a good way to sort of break the ice, introduce the class. It gives you an opportunity to see the Oz behind the screen, right, the instructor behind the computer. So again, I'm Dr. Kayla Fulmer. I got my PhD from Penn State University last year, and my PhD was in industrial and organizational psychology, which is very similar to the study of labor and employment relations, as well as organizational leadership. So I've had the opportunity to teach several LER courses, and I am just so excited to be teaching this class this summer because it's a wonderful opportunity for students to engage in some self-reflection and some self-awareness. And I think the end product of this class really is that you are going to be a more aware, just better version of yourself. So sort of diving in, what is this class? What are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be talking about leadership development, but we're taking a lifespan perspective. So this means we are going to consider all of the factors that contribute to an individual's own leadership development. We will be investigating our values, our personalities. We'll investigate your family influences, your environmental influences, even the role that followers or other people around you have played in your own leadership development. So this really is a cool class for students because you get to know just so much more about yourself and getting to consider all of the factors that contribute to your leadership style, your leadership development. And in that way, you can also identify some opportunities for continued growth and ways you can continue to strengthen your leadership capabilities. One thing that's really important, and I hope that you get sort of this out of the class, is that anybody can become a leader. Anybody can continue to develop their leadership capabilities. It is not tied to a position in the organization. It is not tied to a position of power, but by simply embracing your strengths and recognizing the context in which you are engaged, you can emerge as a leader. You can continue to develop your leadership style. And I think that is really a cool opportunity for individuals to learn about. So we are going to spend the semester engaging in self-reflection. We're going to spend the summer semester engaging in self-awareness so that you just become more aware of who you are and then can use that information to continue to better yourself. So after sort of all of these lessons that you're going to do throughout the semester, there is a final objective or a final deliverable for this class, and that is that you will be creating your own self-development plan. So after you've had the opportunity to engage in this self-reflection and self-awareness and deep learning about leadership, you will then use this information to create a plan so that you can continue to develop your own leadership. So here you're committing to a course of action to keep bettering yourself. So this is a class that's generally taught in the regular semester, but because we're teaching it in summer, it's condensed. That means there's a lot of work in this class. There is a lot of reading. There is a lot of writing. And I want to be upfront with you about that because this is a commitment that you're undertaking and it's going to last for the majority of the summer. So up front, I want you to know that yes, it's going to take a lot of effort. Yes, you're going to have to be committed to the assignments and to the readings, but if you do, it is going to be so worth it. You are going to get so much out of this class from a personal development standpoint, but you have to sort of put in order to get the rewards, right? In a few instances, there are 2 assignments due each week just because we're condensing the summer session. So make sure you review the syllabus and you're aware of when these deadlines are up and coming so that you can plan your summer trips or summer activities around your assignments to make sure that you're not missing anything, okay? So, what this class consists of are mainly two types of projects or two types of assignments. The first are discussion posts. So, you will read the assigned readings, craft a response, post it to the discussion board, and then you're also responsible for responding to your classmates' posts. So that's one type, are the discussions. The second are individual essays. So these are opportunities for you to reflect on your scores on certain self-assessments, write an essay about what these scores mean to you and how they relate back to your development. And then you just post these to my to Canvas, and then I'm the only reader of those essays. So there are two different types of assignments, but those are basically will dominate the semester. So I told you that this is a lot of writing. I told you it's a lot of reading. How can you be successful? I want you all to know I just finished teaching this class in the spring semester, and so now I have a fresh outlook and maybe some additional ways to help students to be successful in this class. The first is to start early. You have to dedicate time to reading, and I would also dedicate some time for reflection. So this isn't a class where you can just sit down in an hour, craft your assignment. I really want you to spend time reading through the assigned readings, digesting that information, and then using it to apply it to your own circumstances, your own situation. So that means starting early with the reading. Start early in the week. Give yourself time. The more time you give yourself, the better able you'll be to write a thoughtful essay or a thoughtful discussion post. Use the assignments to demonstrate knowledge of the concepts that you learned. Okay, what does that mean? Well, there's a lot of readings, and your only opportunity to demonstrate that you've read and mastered the concepts is through your written essays or through your discussion posts. So you really want to show that you have read and that you understand that information. That means you want to reference the assigned readings, you want to insert citations for those assigned readings, and you don't want to just draw on one of the assigned readings. You want to show that you've pulled information from all of those assigned reading articles or book chapters, and that you've used it to shape your ideas and your thoughts. So perhaps one way to be most successful is really just showing, yes, I know this information and here's how I know it, and using the assigned readings to support your own ideas and arguments. And of course, ask questions. If you aren't sure of something, if you're confused about how to get started, if there's a concept that's hanging you up, contact me. I'm here as a reference for you. I'm here as a resource for you. So send me an email and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. I really aim to get back to students within 24 hours, if not sooner. If I'm sitting at my computer, I'll just get back to you right away. But ask me a question. I'm here for you as a resource on the material. And then finally, I really encourage you to embrace the spirit of this class. It's all about self-reflection. It's all about personal development. And so if you really try to give honest responses, if you're really honest and forthright about your scores on the self-reflections, if you're able to really embrace this idea of self-awareness, you are going to get so much out of this class. It can be very personally fulfilling. So to the best of your ability, be honest. I'm going to be very careful with your information, right? So you're free to disclose information if you like. That's personal in nature. If it helps you with your self-development, please know I'm going to always respect your privacy and that you can trust me with that information. I think that's really important in an online class, right? And trying to establish this trust early on. So that's kind of the layout of the land, what you can expect this semester. So how do you get started, right? That first week is always kind of tricky of trying to get started early. You want to set a good tone for the rest of the summer semester. So there are a couple of things that you can do this week to get started. The first is review the syllabus. Go online, understand what's expected of you, get an understanding of the deadlines and the due dates, and read through the syllabus and make sure you understand everything that you are committing to over the summer. The second is to buy the books. We don't have a traditional textbook, but we do have a book written called On Leadership. You will need this book for several of the assignments throughout the semester. It will help you understand leadership development in a different perspective. So definitely get that book. You will need it. You'll need it for your first assignments this week. Then you should download the Harvard Business Review articles. So if you go through the syllabus, you'll see there are several readings that have been assigned from Harvard Business Review. I think it's a great idea to just locate them on the library up front, get all of the articles you need right away, save them in a folder, and then as you're doing your assignments each week, you can refer back to those articles, and you won't have to spend time searching for them. So put in the time up front, get all the materials you need, and it'll just help you be more organized over the course of the semester. Okay, so then after you sort of do all that setup, all that organizing to get started this semester, what do you need to do this week? Well, there are three sort of deliverables or objectives you need to do this week. The first is to complete the academic integrity form. So you need to commit that you are going to abide by the rules of Penn State, that all of the work you're going to submit is your own, and that it's original work for this class. That's step one. Step two is to introduce yourself to the class. So there's a discussion post that is introduction of who you are and why you're taking this class and where you're coming from. So you want to complete that introduction discussion post. That way your classmates get an understanding of who you are and what perspective you're bringing to our class. And then third, you need to complete the lesson one commentary. So going through that module on Canvas, reading through the commentary, reading the assigned readings for this week, then you will write a discussion post. So your first assignment, your first discussion post. And this discussion post is comparing the difference between leader development and leadership development. This is going to be really important for setting the foundation for our class, given that we are focused on leadership development. So there is a difference between these two things. So your first discussion post will tackle that. What is the difference between leader development and leadership development? And here you want to be very thoughtful in your essay. You want to draw from all of these assigned readings to show that you've used them to support your ideas. Okay, so that is the charge for this first week. I am so excited to get started. I know this is going to be a wonderful semester for you all. If you're in it for the journey, I think it's going to be a wonderful experience. If there's anything at all I can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. That is my job, and I am delighted to be here for you all. Okay, we are going to tackle this semester head on together. I'm so looking forward to this with you all. Have a great first week. All right, take care.